Amendment 1 to House Joint Resolution 6006, or 8, resolution condemning politicians who wish death on children or families of elected officials.
Microphone, Senator.
Got it.
Madam President.
Speaking
Senator
to the amendment,
Peake has the floor.
Madam President.
Speaking to the amendment.
The senator may continue.
Madam President.
During this
Madam
time,
President, I move that we limit debate under Rule 47A, paragraph 6 to 5 minutes. It's
I
non-debatable.
believe I have the floor, Madam President, and proceeding with
Senator
my
has the
amendment.
floor.
You know,
Madam President, I made a motion.
as of
Madam President, I
last
made a
week,
motion.
We had absolutely zero
Madam President,
idea
I made a
that we
motion.
would be called back to the state Senate and to the House
Madam
of
President,
Delegates.
I made a motion. You have to
consider
recognize me. I made a
this
motion.
Madam
Thank
President,
you,
point of
Madam
order.
President. I have a feeling
Madam
it's
President,
going
point
to be
of
very
order.
difficult for me to get
The
through
senator.
this.
It was not so great when my daughter, who's going to turn 12 today, was reading the comments and said, so he wants the death of Republican legislators' children. I said, that's the way it reads. And she said, I said, does that hit you? She said, that's pretty clear. I said, I think it's pretty clear too. It's not good. And I think we should all be able to condemn that.
Once again, I think I find this amendment to be rather rich.
Condemning politicians who wish death on children or families of elected officials.
The floor amendment, the Peake amendment, number 1, will record their votes aye. Those opposed, no. Are the senators ready to vote? Have all the senators voted? Does any senator desire to change their vote? The clerk will close the roll.
17, noes 21.
Aye 17, noes 21. Peake floor amendment number 1 fails.
But I think this is a very valid statement, a positive statement that we can make as a body to send to everyone. No political violence. It's not acceptable. Don't say it. Don't make threats. Don't threaten children. Don't threaten mothers. Let's just don't do it. Stay away from violence altogether.
Ladies and gentlemen, Senate, once again, I think I find this amendment to be rather rich.
We are the Senate of Virginia. And each one of us owes that to this body to act in a way that makes a statement for all times that political violence is not acceptable in the Commonwealth of Virginia.
I respectfully submit that at a minimum, we ought to be taking up and discussing and seeing whether we can all agree that we're going to condemn political violence and threats of political violence. And we had an opportunity with the first resolution to be very specific about it, to address specific situations. Right now, we're just talking about generally condemning political violence. What is so difficult about that?
People say stupid things. People say foolish things. But actions speak louder than words.
And I think we should be able to condemn these things. And I don't understand why hearing about condemnations of political violence would be an issue.
And sometimes you have to have the strength of your convictions. You have to have the backbone and stand up and say that's wrong, even if it's a member of your own political party.
I'm dumbfounded that there would be any opposition to this amendment. And Madam President, this is wrong. We used to know what was right and what was wrong. And we used to be able to stand up and say, you need to stop this. But instead we have people that are applauding it. And you oppose that? Or, as I suspect will happen shortly, you would then say, we're just going to pass by that? If you do either of those actions, then the implication is you think it's okay to have political violence. And if that's true, shame on you.
I don't understand how any member of this General Assembly, and I can see how this is going to go. I do not understand how we cannot come together to say there's no way. Can you imagine if the roles were flipped? And what you would be saying to this side? You have to be ashamed of yourself for this. This is two sons of our family here in this General Assembly.
Shall the Peak Amendment number 2, floor amendment, be agreed to? Those in favor of that motion will record their votes aye. Those opposed, no. Are the senators ready to vote? Have all the senators voted? Does any senator desire to change their vote? The clerk will close the roll.
Ayes 18, noes 19.
Ayes 18, noes 19. The Peak Amendment number 2 fails.